Okay, so let's get into this TMZ situation. This made me laugh so hard. Thank you for sending me this. So they have these live streams from their newsroom at TMZ, and they did have a live stream while this thing happened, while they realized that Travis Kelce podcast was a year old. And Harvey, the big boss, was really taken off guard by this. And you could see it by his reaction. He was like, oh my God.
Blech Lively?
Blech Lively?
Yeah.
It's 11 months old.
What?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
From an episode, they reposted it on the New Heights site.
Yeah, but did nobody figure that out?
We just did. You think that they would repost that where they're saying such nice things about Blake without Taylor knowing they were going to do that?
What was the lead story?
Without Taylor.
What was the lead?
It wasn't a story. It was just a movie review.
Trying to justify our fuck up.
No,
I love how his co-host here was really trying to justify it, and Harvey was like, no, we can't justify this. This is embarrassing. And then they start arguing about whose fault it is, and everyone's trying to find someone to blame. Also, there is a really interesting quote from Harvey that I wanted to point out. Listen to this.
All I can say is this. I spoke to somebody very close to Taylor. She felt utterly betrayed by Blake. Felt that Blake was using her, not just in that situation, but with other actresses where she produced.
Yes, he's saying that he spoke to someone very close to Taylor, maybe her dad, I don't know, and she said that Taylor felt utterly betrayed by Blake and that Blake was using her. And then he said, not just in that situation, but with other actresses. And then he gets cut off. Annoyingly, this guy cuts him off. But the fact that he's saying that Taylor also reacted to not just that situation, but the way that Blake had treated the other actresses. Maybe Taylor knows something here of how Blake has pushed both Isabella Ferrer and Jenny Slate to be on her side. It kind of sounded like that. I wish Harvey would have been able to finish that train of thought, because that is important information that Taylor actually knew that Blake had put pressure on other actresses. So yeah, can't you write a story about that, TMZ? Anyways, as I said yesterday, this whole scenario was so embarrassing, and they ended up deleting that follow-up article where Blech Lively came out with a comment, or a source close to her said that she was pleasantly surprised, an article that also Daily Mail picked up before they actually deleted it. So it's still out there on the internet, which I find quite funny. When I watch this now, I think probably TMZ deleted it themselves, and this is really embarrassing. This whole scenario, as I said yesterday, is so embarrassing for everyone involved. And I think especially for Blake, who came out and said that she was pleasantly surprised by this. Also, you have to remember that she did react to this story a year ago when it actually happened. So did she just forget about that? Or there's so many things that it doesn't really make any sense to me. But at least TMZ is owning up to their mistake here, which I think is honorable. So there's this story here about Taylor Swift doing her press tour. She's been doing so many interviews. I've never seen anyone do so much promotion for anything before. Every day she's on another talk show. She's on all the British radio shows. I mean, she's everywhere. I feel like I'm a little Taylor Swift fatigue at this point. I don't know about you guys. But anyways, now it's come to light that she's actually, or her reps has actually sent out a warning to everyone before they interview her. And it says here that talking about or mentioning Blake or Ryan on or even off camera is off limits. It says here, according to a source, that the singer's team has reportedly sent a strict no-go list, instructing them not to ask any questions about Lively or Ryan Reynolds during her press tour for the album The Life of a Showgirl. And it says that recently, when the pop singer launched her album, people thought they had reconciled. The actor even liked Swift's Instagram post celebrating the release of her album, which seemed like a subtle show of support. Yeah, that ridiculous I feel like, of course, Blake wants to be friends with Taylor again. But I feel it's so telling that Blake never liked Taylor's engagement post. If she was a friend and she wanted to support her, she didn't support her when she got engaged, but she supports her when she releases a new album, because so many outlets said that that song was an olive branch, canceled. That song was an olive branch to Blake Lively. So now she's like, oh, okay, now she wants to be my friend. Now I can click like, but I didn't click like when she got engaged. Then I didn't wish her anything well. Not a good friend, if you ask me. Yeah, I think she needs to do a little more of an effort to win Taylor back than to just like her Instagram post. Anyway, it says here that, however, it seems like things are still tense between the two of them. A new report by Shutter Scoop, Rob Shutter, who is amazing and having all this inside info. He has a lot of sources on the inside of the industry, and his source suggests that Swift doesn't want to address any questions about her former bestie and her partner Reynolds. The source revealed that Swift's team has sent strict guidelines to all major outlets, instructing them not to mention Lively or her husband, both on and off camera. An insider here reveals that Taylor's team made it crystal clear Blake is off limits. They're not in a good place, and Taylor doesn't want it overshadowing her album or engagement news. And apparently it says here that since the launch of Swift's album, the reported former friends have been making headlines sparking speculations. People thought that the track Cancel refers to Swift's personal relationship with the Gossip Girl actor, and Lively was reportedly hurt by the lyrics referencing a jealous friend with a silver screen smile. Yeah, Blake was hurt. Of course, that was really hurtful that someone said that about her. If that's true, after she tried to blackmail her and pressure her and said that she would release all the text messages between them from the last 10 years. Yes, I understand. She was hurt by that. So yes, as I've been trying to say for so long, I don't think they're friends. They're not friends. Taylor and Blake are not friends. These things happened in the industry. I haven't been asked that many times not to mention a specific thing. Usually when I've done these like press junkets for films, it's been more like, you know, please keep it to the movie and stuff like that. There was once I was asked not to ask Jane Fonda about politics. And I remember once I was asked not to ask Michael Douglas about his mom who had passed like 2 days earlier. But apart from that, I never had any strict guidelines. The thing is, if you're in this industry and you work as me, as kind of a freelancer, you know that you'll be blacklisted and left out of the circle for a long time if you are asking inappropriate questions. It's different when you work for a big outlet or there's a big TV show, maybe a live show. You know, you can get away with a lot more because, of course, they have more power. Like I remember when I did an interview with BBC, we talked about the Anne Hathaway situation with me and Blake Lively, and they say that they never accept to go in and do a press junket with the talent unless they can bring their own camera crew. That means that they own everything and they're in control of the situation. So yeah, that's how it works. People like me, we have no power.